I'd like to speak to the game manager, please.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a Madden 22 guide on archetypes and how to upgrade your players, which upgrades are the best, and most importantly, which upgrades are going to give you the elusive speed. Now, how to upgrade your players is very important, which is why I'm making this guide, especially if you're doing an online user franchise or you're just playing by yourself. You're going to want to, be putting your limited upgrades in the right archetypes. That's going to be giving you the best stat points. Now, let's jump right into the video. Let's start off with punter. Now, when it comes to punter, it literally does not matter. Power and accurate will give you both, and I'll show you. So I did power and got an awareness, and I did accurate and got awareness and accuracy. So it literally doesn't matter what you do for punter. Kicker, exact same thing. It doesn't matter if you put it in power or accurate. You're eventually going to get both. So that's totally up to you. You know what? If you're playing games, and you're good at matching up the kicking meter, I suggest power so that you can get more oomph to your kicks. You never know when you're going to need a kick to win the game. If you are just simming, I really don't think it matters that much. I would go accuracy in that in that situation. All right, next up we have strong safeties. We're getting to the meat of what players you're actually going to be upgrading. Okay, so for your strong safeties, you're going to be upgrading hybrid. Now, the reason I say hybrid is because for your DBs, I would say the two most important skills that you want is going to be man coverage and tackle. And hybrid's going to give you man coverage. It's going to give you zone coverage. It's going to give you tackle, awareness, and you know what it's also going to give you? Speed. I've noticed that hybrid gives way more speed upgrades than all the other ones. And now zone is nice because it gives you the zone upgrades. And, if you're actually playing, you should be... if you play your safeties in zones, then you're completely fine going hybrid because hybrid will give them zone upgrades as well. And you're going to be, if you play your safeties in man coverage, you're going to want to go hybrid because it's going to give them the man. That's why I'm saying like hybrid's the best. You're getting man, you're getting zone. The only thing you're not really getting is hit power. And hit power is not overly important because you're not going to get much anyways if you go run support, which is going to give you the hit power. But I always suggest hybrid. It's going to give you speed upgrades. It's going to give you everything you need, whether you're playing online. Look at that, 3 man coverage, 1 press. Let's go again. Zone, man, press. Like, this is coverage stats right here, especially good for man coverage. Man, zone, yeah, tackle. Play recognition. Hybrid's just the best for safeties. Now, for free safeties, exact same thing. I like to go hybrid. I think hybrid's the best. You get your zone upgrades, you get your man, and you get a chance at speed. You get your tackle as well. Now, for corners. Corner, it's very simple. Always upgrade slot. Slot is going to give you man coverage. It's going to give you press. It's going to give you a little bit of zone. It's going to give you awareness. It's going to give you tackle, and it's going to give you speed upgrades, which is what we're looking for. Yeah, slot is just overpowered. If you level a corner, all slot upgrades for their whole career, their stats are going to be ridiculous at the end of when they get to the 99 range. So, in summary, hybrid for strong safety, hybrid archetype for free safety, slot upgrade for corner. Now we move on to your linebackers. Now, I don't really use my linebackers as pass rushers, so I actually am a big proponent of either pass coverage or run stopper, depending on what you do. I think that run stopper is probably the best, especially if you don't use your outside linebackers as pass rushers. Run stopper is going to give them hit power, tackling, awareness, pursuit, zone coverage. The only thing run stopper is not going to give them a lot of is man coverage. So if man coverage is important to you, if you're using your outside linebackers in man situations, then you're going to want to go pass coverage here and there. But I recommend going run stopper for most of your upgrades, and then an occasional pass coverage. So yeah, see, we got a hit power. You can get speed upgrades too from run stopper, and you can get speed upgrades from pass coverage. Let's do another run stopper. Block shedding, zone coverage. Yeah, run stopper is the best for outside linebackers. Now, middle linebackers, I would say pretty much same thing. I prefer run stopper over pass coverage or field general. It really just depends what you're using your linebackers as. See, even run stopper, you can get man coverage, block shedding, zone coverage. It's just all around a better archetype to upgrade. You just get a little bit of everything. And you do get speed upgrades, but not as much. Linebackers are harder to get speed upgrades for, but pass coverage should be your secondary. Run stopper will be your primary upgrade for your linebackers, outside and on the inside. Okay, moving on to the defensive line. So, DTs really depends on what your scheme is. For me, I am still a huge proponent of run stopper. It's very undervalued in both the simulator and in actual online play. Run stopper is going to give you block shedding and strength, which is going to help your defensive linemen get off the blocks and get to the quarterback. It's going to give you all the upgrades you really need: hit power, block shedding, tackle, play recognition, awareness. It's going to help you stop the run, and it's going to help you put pressure on the quarterback. It's going to give you lots of physical upgrades, like strength and acceleration and agility. I honestly prefer run stopper for my defensive linemen. That's for your defensive tackle. Now, your rushing right, or sorry, your right end, your defensive right end, he's going to be going up against their left tackle, the quarterback's blind side. So you can pick a pass rushing archetype if you want, whatever one's your favorite. Speed rusher will give you speed upgrades. I don't really find speed as important for defensive linemen, because what's more important is acceleration. They never really are going to reach their max speed when they're getting after the quarterback that often, unless it's like a contained situation. So you can go run stopper and pick one of either power or speed, and that will be your pass rushing move. But you can look over at their traits and see what pass rush moves they have. So he has swim move and bull rush. So it doesn't matter if I do power or speed, but in his case, power is his better move. So I'll do one in power. You got hit power, power moves, awareness, and then I'm going to do one in run stopper. Block shedding, play recognition, awareness. Yep. So for your defensive ends, you should consider doing alternating run stopper and a pass rushing archetype, whether that's speed or power. Totally up to you. Same thing here. I'm going to give him a power upgrade. I think run stopper is better, but it's always good to have a little bit of a pass rush moves for your players. Moving on to the offensive line. It's really hard to say what archetype is better for offensive linemen, because offensive linemen are just not programmed the way the other players are, where their stats really matter that much. I would say that overall, I think power is the more dominant archetype, with agile coming in second. Power seems to give you strength, which is super important. So let's see, we got pass block, power, run block, power. See, that's like all you really need right there. Those are your main skills, as well as awareness and strength for your offensive lineman. So right tackle, right guard, same thing. I'm going to show you what you get for agility. Agility is pretty good. It depends on your scheme. If you're running in like a zone, West Coast zone or whatnot, and you're using an like a fast back, then you might want to go agile for your offensive lineman. But if you are running a power team and you're using a power back, then you're probably going to want to go power for your offensive lineman. Just match it up. Impact block, lead block, which both don't matter. Pass block, finesse. Yeah, see, run block, finesse. I really do like power better than agile. I just think you get better upgrades with it. Let's see here. Yep, +1 strength. And same thing for left tackle. +1 strength, run block, power. Very good. Now, tight ends. Tight end, vertical threat. It's going to give you speed upgrades. It's going to give you deep threat. You're probably going to be running your tight ends on a lot of deep posts and whatnot, streaks. So go vertical threat. It's going to be the best. +1 speed. Vertical threat is where it's at. Moving on to wide receivers. So for wide receivers, you're going to want to focus on 2 archetypes, deep threat and slot. And the way I like to do it is I like to get their deep threat, their deep route to 85, because 85 is a threshold. And once it's 85, your players are going to perform a lot better. So I usually get his deep threat to 85, and then I'll start going slot, unless they are my slot receiver. In that case, I do the opposite. I'll go slot first to 85, and then upgrade their deep threat. Deep threat's going to give you the best chance at speed upgrades, but you don't want to have like 68 short route running because you kept going deep all the way through. It's okay. You can get speed upgrades from other archetypes as a wide receiver. Be a little bit balanced, and when your deep threat, or sorry, your deep route, your medium route, and your short route are all upgraded very high, going physical is not a bad idea either, because you can get jump, and jump is important for your wide receivers, especially if they're jump ball specialists. Moving on, fullback. Doesn't really matter. If you're probably going to be using your tight end as a fullback anyways, but if you do actually use a traditional fullback, maybe you're the 49ers or the Raiders or the Ravens, if you use fullback dive, then you might want to go with utility, get carrying and whatnot, so he's not fumbling. And if you just use him as a blocker, go ahead and put your points in blocking. It's more about how you actually use your character in that situation. I don't use a fullback, but just for the sake of this video, I'll show you. You're not really going to have any physical stats. There's no like way to get speed upgrades and whatnot. Running back. So if you want speed upgrades, you're going to want to go elusive. The problem is that elusive just isn't as good as an upgrade as power back. Power back, you're going to get tackle breaking, like break tackle, which is probably the most important stat as a running back, probably even more important than speed. I mean, when you really think about it, a fast running back who gets tackled is not as good as a slow running back who breaks the tackle. You know what I mean? So that's why I say power back is probably better. I like to max out. Well, I like to go back and forth, but usually I like to try and max out power back as quick as possible. That way I can start upgrading, do some final upgrades in elusive. And if you have leftover experience, or your character's still young and he's got 99 power, 99 elusive, you can put points in receiving back, and he will also get occasional speed upgrades from there. But I don't find speed matters as much as a running back. I think that if your running back is like 90 speed, that's perfectly fine. You're not going to break off for these gigantic chunks anyways. It's overrated for running backs. You're going to be getting tackled a lot before you can ever break past for those big runs, which is why broken tackle breaking stat is way more important. Oh, look at that. +1 speed for power back. Now, going on to quarterback. So for quarterback, I would say that the most important and the best archetype you can upgrade is improviser. If you're actually playing the game, you're going to want throw power. And improviser gives you your best chance of getting throw power. It also gives you throw on the run, which is super useful, and play action, throw under pressure, so you're not throwing up ducks. You can see the stats that I'm getting right now are awesome. They're all the stuff that you use when you're playing online. Throw on the run. Unfortunately, no throw power upgrades yet. +5 break sack. Okay. So that is each position. Now I'm going to talk to you quickly about what the best archetypes are, and then we're going to go over the best I'm going to go over what the best schemes are, and then we'll go over what the best archetypes are one more time. So for offensive scheme, going off of what I spoke to you today on the video about, the best offensive scheme, in my opinion, is vertical power run. You are going to have your power at your interior lineman, which we decided was the best. Now, it's up to you. If you want to go pass protector on your outside, your left tackle and right tackle, you can. I recommend just upgrading power throughout the whole offensive line. Vertical threat, deep threat for wide receiver, so you're going to be getting extra experience for the archetypes. Power back is what we're going to be upgrading for our halfback. And I know it says strong arm for quarterback. Strong arm and improviser are very similar in the upgrades that they give. I still prefer improviser, but so yeah, you can upgrade improviser instead of strong arm for that. Now for your defensive scheme, I prefer 4-6 defense as my number one, just because you have a lot of run stopper, which I believe is the best, and then you have your right end as a power rusher. You have man corners, but you're going to be upgrading them slot. Hybrid strong safety, free safety zone, but you're going to be upgrading your free safety as hybrid as well. So it matches very closely to what you're going to be upgrading to the best ones. 4-3 cover 3 is not bad. It matches a lot of what you're going to be upgrading. Hybrid for your safeties, slot for your corner, run stopper for your middle. Then you can have a pass coverage or run stopper at left. Power at DT. It's pretty good. You got a lot of pass rush up front. You can upgrade instead of doing run stopper if you want. Disguise 3-4. I like this one as well. Hybrid safeties, man corners. When you upgrade slot for your cornerbacks, it's going to give you so much man upgrade points that you are going to never actually get the slot archetype scheme fit. You're always going to be man scheme fit, even though you're only upgrading slot. So that's why I like to have a scheme that where the corners are man, because that's really what they're going to be the whole time you're upgrading, even if you're upgrading slot. So this one actually works pretty good. And what I like to do is I'll keep a power rusher and a speed rusher at my outside linebackers. I don't use them. And then I'll just play my middle linebackers, the pass coverage guys, at my outside linebacker position. That way they're scheme fit because they're at middle linebacker, but they're actually playing on the outside on the depth chart. Run stopper, DT, and then pass rushing on your left and pass rushing on your right. Great scheme. So disguise 3-4, 4-3 cover 3, 4-6 defense, and there's one more, 4-3 quarters, my other favorite. Hybrid safeties, slot corners. You have pass coverage in the middle and on the right. You have run stopper on the left, left outside linebacker. You have run stopper at the left end, and you have speed rushing at the right end, power at DT. It's a great scheme to use. So that is that for offensive schemes. Now we're going to go back to our depth chart. Oops. Adjust lineup. Okay, one more time. So for all your offensive linemen, the best that you can do is power upgrades. For tight end, it's going to be vertical threat. For wide receiver, it's going to be deep threat until they reach 85 deep threat overall, and then you're going to upgrade slot. Or if it's your slot receiver, you're going to upgrade slot till they have short route running 85, and then you're going to go and upgrade their deep threat. Power back, blocking for fullback, improviser for quarterback, hybrid for your safeties, slot for your corners, run stopper or a pass rushing of your choice at your outside, run stopper or a pass rushing of your choice at DT. You know, mix them up. Run stopper as your linebackers or pass coverage, if that's what you actually run in your scheme. And for special teams, kicker, punter, does not matter. Well, that is that for the guide. I hope it helps you. We'll be doing more Madden 22 rebuilds in the future and guides. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and have a great day. This series will be continued in another video. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.